Hello and welcome back to another Random Dice PvP gameplay video. And yeah, as you have seen in the title and in the thumbnail, I finally could reach the Champion 1 rank again. And yeah, it was against this opponent Danes, who of course plays very strong in this season. So yeah, wish you all the best and GG, very good game. And yeah, I'm playing most of the games with the Predator dice, and if you have seen my last videos, I also played Predator dice in the last season, but this time I don't play it with the growth dice but with the supplement dice and the supplement trade, because I wanted to practice a little bit with it, because I think that it's much better to build up with it. And yeah, in the games I played for now, I think that it is the case. And yeah, I mean, with growth it's also good, but yeah, if you do it right with the supplement dice, and of course I can improve also with it, but if you do it right you can build up very fast, and I think this is really nice. And even in the berserk waves later on, when for example the Leon hits you very hard, you can also build up then. So I think that are a lot of benefits, and also against decks like Hypersyn or EX10. I mean, okay, not EX10, but I think Hypersyn. You can also do a lot of things, because when you play with the growth dice, then a Hypersyn deck can use the bounty dice, and this wouldn't be so nice. But with the supplement dice, you can also do a little bit. So yeah, here we go. And I think this deck can also perform very well against other I mean, almost every deck who deals damage. And yeah, I mean, of course it struggles against EX10 and so on, but all the other decks, I mean, it's very good. But I have to admit that I also lost against this opponent before, because he most of the time plays the combo bubble deck. And then, I don't know, he switched because, I don't know, I mean, maybe he lost, I don't know him. But yeah, he's now playing this deck, and I don't know, because this deck is also really strong, but very difficult to play. And I mean, he can play it, of course, but yeah, I don't know, I mean, it's so hard, because you have to be so much aware of your SP and so on. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I really like to play this deck with Predator, because it's a lot of fun, and I know that I can do a lot of, I mean, I have good chances when I enter the game. So yeah, I like to play this deck. And you can tell me, what are you playing at the moment, and how's your season going so far? And yeah, in the beginning of the season, I tried a lot of different decks, and yeah, I don't know, I mean, in the beginning of the season you don't have to sweat, you don't have to yeah, play so much, so yeah. But now I think I will only play with this deck, because I don't know, it's the best for me performing deck, and I don't know which deck could be better for me personally. I know there are also other good decks, but I don't know, with this deck I have the best feeling, and I think this is the most important thing. And yeah, I mean, if you're also playing this deck, you can tell me what is your strategy, because in the beginning, I mean, of course it's important to win as much missions as possible. So I wouldn't recommend you to yeah, to max out all of your dices in the beginning. But of course the clone dice is important to max out, because then yeah, your clone will summon faster and you can build up better. But I would also let the others on level 1, because there may be the mission where you have to use faster SP, and then it could be nice to max out then to win the mission. And I also noticed that when and you maybe noticed it also, that I put a very high pip clone on the scope field, because then it targets more monsters and summons clones even faster. And in the beginning I don't need the scope field to be yeah, to be a predator on, so you can do it in the early game, but of course in the late game there might be a predator because you have to do more damage. But in the beginning it's very nice because you can see here, I mean, also in 1 second there are also it's all full of how to say, clone dice summoned, so pretty nice. And I would recommend you to do it like this, because normally I thought, I put it in a predator and it's okay, but you don't need it because predator did so much damage even in the early game. So I would recommend you to put in, like I said, a clone dice, or the best thing is to put on both scope spots clone dice. And so it's pretty much every time the same thing. So you build up and beware of the missions. And here, I mean, I don't think that he wanted to win this mission. I don't know, but I of course wanted, because the sand cloud is very, it's hard to deal with against in the late game. So it was of course an important mission. And I mean, there isn't so much to say about this deck. And I mean, it's everything. It's always the same thing. So you build up very fast and try to get a lot of 7-pip dices, and hope that the opponent makes mistakes, so the game doesn't take too long. And of course, I also played a lot of EX10 hacking games before, but then I noticed, for example, against this deck I would have probably lost. And there are also other decks like Storm, and so I think I'm going to only play this deck now. And the games of course take very long, but in the end I think the most important thing is to try to win the game because you want to get trophies. And at the moment it's also like I only play, I at least wait 1 hour, because I only want to play with the burning activated, so the boost that you get every hour. I mean, I don't play every hour, but when I play I only play with the boost, so this is, I think, also important to mention. I mean, you can play when you want and like you want, but I think that when I play too much, then I'm not concentrated at all and may do more mistakes. So I try to play fewer games, but like I said, better. I mean, I also lose games, of course, but every game I win then brings me a lot of trophies. And like I said, burning mode, and then I have the win streak activated. And because of this, I try to collect as much gems in the beginning of the season as possible to then abuse the win streak. And of course this will cost me a lot of gems, but I mean, when I notice that I win a lot of games, so it's worth it. But when I see that I lose a lot of games, so then I will, I think, not abuse the win streak and save my gems for later on. And then of course I only play with the boost tickets, so I don't make so much games per day. I think like 5 games, but you will see it in the end that this game of course brings me a lot of trophies, because the opponent is much higher ranked than me. And this isn't always the case. I mean, he's I think the only opponent higher than me that I face. I mean, of course there are a lot of other players, but I don't know, it's the Japanese server or the Asian server, I don't know, but I've a lot of times face him and then the others. And but there's a lot of time left. I don't know, the season goes like 20 days, or I mean 3 weeks total, so you have a lot of time to reach the rank you want to reach. And you can tell me, what deck do you play? And I mean, you can also play Storm dice, you can also play other dices, but I think when it comes to DPS, I would really recommend you to play the Predator dice, because I don't know if dice like Recharge or I don't know are worth playing it. But I have to admit that the Overheat trait is also very interesting. I haven't played it yet, but could also be nice, because I think you always win against decks with the Assassin and the EX10 hacking dice, because when you have the trait activated, nothing can hit you, so also very interesting. And yeah, of course, in the late game, you might lose against Predator because yeah, when your Moon gets hit twice, then yeah, I don't know if the overheat then brings you anything, but also interesting deck. And yeah, Tsunami also very good, but yeah, like I said, very difficult in my opinion to play. So you need a lot of practice, and I think the only one who can really play it are these Koreans and the Japanese. I don't know how they do it, but they are very, very careful of their SP management, and because there are a lot of YouTubers, and I also look or watch their videos, and they, I don't know, summon very, very rarely, so they only summon towards the Ancient Summoner, but don't spend SP, so very, very nice SP management. And yeah, I don't know, it's very difficult, so I won't recommend to this deck, but when you say you are confident with it, I mean, of course, play it, but it's very hard to play. So yeah, Predator is very easy to play, and it makes more fun because you don't have to do so much. I mean, you have also to build up, but when the Predator is activated, you don't have to be afraid that a monster will pass your battlefield. So yeah, this I think are the most important things, and of course I also make mistakes and so on, but these are the things I learned, I think, for now, and I will of course play more games, and if there is another things to say, then I will upload another video, but for now I think these are the most important facts that I learned for me. And yeah, you can also play it with Moon instead of Bubble, but I don't know, I mean, you can build up more even faster, but yeah, I don't think that Moon is so important. I also saw a very interesting deck with combo dice instead of Predator on this battlefield with the Moon dice. This is really fun because you can merge so much dices that your combo dice will get a very high level. But yeah, you have also be a good player, and I don't know if I'm good enough to play this deck. So yeah. But yeah, the Champion 1 rank now, and I will look if I can do more this season, but trying my best, of course. And I don't know what to say now, but I think I will jump to the end of the match. So yeah, this is the last wave of the match, and as you can see, it didn't take so long. And yeah, I think it's important to win as much missions as possible, of course. I mean, every game it's important to win as much missions, and especially this with SP. And yeah, I mean, the game could have go farther, but yeah, I think I won all the missions, so maybe the opponent was a little bit annoyed about this and then didn't play correctly, but I don't know. And yeah, so it wasn't so difficult to win this match, but of course GG to my opponent, and he's doing very well. So yeah, here we go. And yeah, you can see now that I got a lot of trophies because yeah, with the win streak and so on, so very, very nice, of course. And yeah, if you have questions about the game, you can of course tell me. I will try to answer it. And for now, wish all the best in PvP random dice. Hope you can climb as much trophies as possible and get the legendary ores and so on. And have, of course, fun in the game. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.